said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again, yeah? Oh, I'm gonna interrupt every goddamn line, my friend. Rookie. Look at the things she does with the hair. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked, alright, and it's you. I'll try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. I kinda like Edgeworth. Like, somebody asked me last time who my favorite character was, and I think it's Edgeworth. Now, why did you believe that the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. Couldn't have been just something to do with their clearing out of evidence. You have no proof that Miss Sky called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. We kinda do. Would it be in the call records? Mr. Edgeworth? Thoughts? There's no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's phone. Ha! She might have written him a letter. Come on. You could have tried public phone first, at least. Or the office phone. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? Oh, this is the judge's voice, my bad. A witness, why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. But why is there a grudge? Give me more info. Kind of grudge. Well, I wouldn't know that. She totally knows. Come on. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here now. What's inside? Yeah, am I supposed to know? See? We agree there's a lunchbox. But we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox. With pretzels, don't you agree? With pretzels? Oh, I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. Judges are very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth's sighs smell like citrus fruit. I wish I had some, like, crazy pink glasses for this. I think I've only got regular, like... I used to have party glasses around that would have worked, but I think I got rid of them. I got tradie glasses, that's about it. And Aussie flag glasses. Note to self. Mr. Edgeworth's size? Smell like citrus fruit. You can say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces. But we don't actually mean 1,000. You know? What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting so mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that. This is a murder case, people. Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Isn't that what I did? Miss Starr turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns fastest. Scientific fact. Wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax. And even a really short wick will burn longer. God damn. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Yes, I still have one knife wound. Wait. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Right, one knife wound. Cause of death, loss of blood from a chest wound assessment. Wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. Is that even the right length? What was my mass before? Wait, let me look. Yeah, it was only 4 inches, not 4.5. That knife, the blade of the knife is a 1/2 inch too short. It's not the right length. But first, this. One knife wound. You say she stabbed him again and again? Wait, wrong voice. You say she stabbed him again and again? But you couldn't have witnessed that. You're testing me. Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Just one. Oh, you're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, that was me. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one's noticed it was me. It was me. Well, witness. You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize such mistakes are possible. So you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. The splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. And tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Again. What the? I went to speak too quick then with the knicker. It kind of burns. But what the fuck's a red muffler? The only muffler I know about is one you might get on a car. What the? I'm not seeing... Do they mean like a scarf? Because she's not wearing a scarf. Wait. Because this is almost definitely going to backfire. But I'm curious what's said. Because what do they mean by muffler? A red muffler. Fuck it, let's present it. I don't see a scarf. Is that what you mean by muffler? I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. Ouch. Look. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. So it's right, muffler just means like a scarf kind of thing. And you proved it yourself. With this photograph. Huh? But... I can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. She enjoyed that. Edgeworth enjoyed this shit. Look at him. He hates that lady. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? What was my objection? Chopped liver? Oh, but it was there. A scarf. No, not that. But something red? Really? Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude. But back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we could shake the most important part of her testimony. Most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. The next testimony might be just the moment of truth. Okay, apprehension. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star. Resistance is futile, at best. You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? It's a bit weird. Oh, well. I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. Wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with useless details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snakes. Chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Raw. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Apprehending the suspect. Give me a minute before I do this. I want to throw evidence here, because we've still got that map of the room's layout. Hey Panda, thank you for the streak. Welcome in. And I see you found my new emote. Isn't it cool? There's a redeem that goes with it. There's 2 new emotes actually, because I made an objection one as well. That's the one. I made an objection emote as well. I jumped me into DaVinci Resolve. Who's up? I went into GIMP and then I went into DaVinci Resolve. And I made Mia a blonde. I removed the background and shit. I made it pan. Okay. Now, we were throwing down a save before I start doing stupid shit. Okay. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I'm going to try and present this. Thank you. I was really happy with them. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly they're related, they aren't. Bugger, I tried. That's why I put this down, though. I still got some weird shit in here, like the parking stub and, for some reason, the blue badger thing. We know the knife is the wrong length. Well, it might be too late to point that out. We got this, whatever the fuck that means. So where's this petition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, 6 foot high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Well, I quickly caught her and explained her rights to her on the spot. You said quickly. Were you close to the suspect? I just said I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. Yeah. I'll take the burn if it's wrong. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. Because there's a fence. She was only 30 feet away, but she was 30 feet away on either the other side of the fence or up there in the security room, in which case she'd have to go through a whole lot of stairs and shit and come down. So the lunch lane car was in the visitor spot there. Thus, she was parked in B block. Okay. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes? Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing. The cough-up queen lunch lady athlete, indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. She couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. No matter how good an athlete she was. Yeah, that fence was about 9 foot high, too. I don't see how. I mean, you could use that ute there, I guess, to cut some of the climbing time down. But you'd still have to climb onto the ute, is the thing. I'm noticing something interesting that's not been mentioned in this photo, though. It's off to the far side. They've got the stacked parking. I wonder if that'll be relevant at some point. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Alright, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. Of course she did. If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. All I heard was the word muffler. That one word. So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? That can't mean... Wait. I have an idea about this, because remember she called the sister at 5:18. We have the call logs. She didn't talk, though. By phone, do you mean the cell phone discarded at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately. My memory. It's like salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court does not see, Mr. We have no idea what the fuck that means. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. We tried it. It was disconnected. Near the car was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order. We saw that. And so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing. Whatever happened to good testifying? course, you should add this to your testimony. Ugh. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. But Emma said she didn't say anything. Lana's cell phone updated in the court record. I saw it all, you know. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell phone instead. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? No, I was going to say something. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. Alright, so the chief prosecutor stabbed the victim, ran behind the petition. She picked up the emergency phone, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her own cell phone. And during that time, he climbed the chain link fence. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this. What is it, Miss Wright? Mr. Wright? The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel it was resistance. Wait. There's something here and I don't know what it is. But there's something. And I'm gonna find what it is. But right now I don't know. Okay. I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell phone instead. The chief prosecutor made to escape. Wait. Let's try. Let's see what he says. She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see. Like a dollop of lard on a pate of foie gras. Huh? She even kicked an over an oil drum at me. Wouldn't that be the completely wrong direction? An oil drum. There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? Well, if she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? Thank you, Edgeworth. Oh, the parking lot entrance. That's right. That doesn't make any sense. She would run from behind the petition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. Wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Guy tried to run. I'm sorry, my sister is so suspicious, Miss Wright, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it, you have to believe me. After the murder suspect attempted to run behind a petition off to her side, I quickly caught her and explained her rights and arrested her on the spot. Let's just check this is the same. This wall next to the car. Alright, we're updating that thing. Okay. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. I quickly caught her, explained her rights, and arrested her on the spot. That's when she mentioned the muffler. I saw it all, how she tried to use the phone on the wall but had to use her cell phone instead. What if I just try to throw the cell phone at her? Let's try a save here.